All right, everybody, hello. We are probably live by now, although it's always hard to tell with the starting lag, but you're probably hearing me right now, so I'm going to assume we're getting started. Well, let's just make sure we're live. So today, it's Mamo time. This is not Champions, this is SVOU. So someone discussing Mega Chimecho. So let's just get that down. Okay, and we are live. So hello, everybody. Hello. Um, a lot of so yeah, we're going to be building Mamoswine. Last time on stream, or not last, the time before last on stream, we used a what was it? It was like Endeavor, Stealth Rock, EQ, Ice Shard, and like Atomax, I think. This kind of thing. We used it on a Sash spam team with a mouse hold. It was pretty good. That's not what we're doing today. That Mamoswine is kind of support. I want to make Mamoswine the star today. That's the idea. Mamo Gaming, indeed. That is the plan. Didn't you already build a Mamoswine team for the video about shafted Pokemon and SV? Yeah, but like background footage teams are not often super well built. Sometimes they're good teams, sometimes they're not. I definitely do not have the time to build, really solid teams for background footage for all the different Pokemon I talk about, unfortunately. It's just not feasible. So, resist ice, ground, and grass cover. I mean, there's Bronzong. If you count that, if you were counting abilities. I guess by just natural typing, yeah, Frostmoth is probably the only thing that comes to mind for resisting it all. Are we doing Terra Ground Mud Slap again? We're not. So let me walk you guys through the set. First of all, we're going Never Melt Ice. I was surprised because the item is always on the thumbnail, and yet people never seem to like grasp that when they theorize about what the set's going to be, which is always weird. Like this is right there. It's basically, there's not a whole lot on the thumbnail. It's the Pokemon and the item and then the words. And that's about it. But anyway, we are running Never Melt Ice. Bellabolt video when at some point, probably. I mean, Bellabolt's kind of already been, it's worked a couple times. It's already kind of been experimented with. So, Never Melt Ice. Terra Ice is what we're going with, so that's already there. And it's Icicle Crash, Ice Shard, Earthquake, of course, and this last one's going to get you a little bit of surprise. I'm going to try out Freeze Dry. So, and I do think we go Thick Fat. I mean, Oblivious is not actually, it sounds like a terrible option, but the fact that you're immune to Intimidate, it's pretty nice. But yeah, we might go with that. We're probably going to go with Thick Fat. I think that's going to be better. Pinka, is Glow King worth it? Like, yeah, it's good. I don't know what you're asking. So, said I want to go, I think we go minus BizDef on this, because that Thick Fat is often used for special hits, but we can kind of see what we want to do with that. So this is the idea behind this set today that we're going to be running. So to address a couple things about the Mamoswine. A lot of people ask, isn't this just a worse Kyurem? Like, why are you running Mamoswine when Kyurem's out there? I do not understand this. Mamoswine is, I mean, they're both ice types. Sure, they have some similarities. They have the same attack stat. But, and yeah, Icicle Crash is 90 accuracy, so hopefully that doesn't destroy us today. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. If I recall correctly, Freeze Dry into Ice Shard kills Wellspring. I would think it better, honestly, Mamoswine. Let's just get our set up here. So it would be, what are we going, Naughty? Or no, we're not going. Okay, but it's fine. Close enough. Freeze Dry and EQ. Okay, cool. Earthquake. There we go. And Terra Ice. And Never Melt Ice. Cool. So Wellspring. Yeah, Freeze Dry is just outright one-hit KOing most of the time. And definitely with Ice Shard, it's killing. Super killing. So yeah, but here's the big news, right? These are the calcs I really want to show off. Alomomola, look at that. Well, if it's max HP, you 2-hit KO, but if it's kind of the more common set, the just max special defense 0 HP, with Terra Ice, you get that 2-hit KO, 94% 2-hit KO. And check out Dondozo with Terra Ice, also a 2-hit KO. And against bulky teams, I think we will be using Terra Ice a fair amount of the time. So if you look at stuff like Corviknight, that Icicle Crash is, especially with the odds of flinch, like, which is, I think, 30, right? Good, yeah, 30. Yeah, you're definitely getting past Corviknight quickly or slowly with this Icicle Crash. Yeah, pretty close to a one-shot on Wellspring, big thanks to that Never Melt Ice. So that's sort of and then it gives you some other like wacky stuff like Walking Wake. Walking Wake without you kill with Ice Shard, maybe outright, definitely into Ice Shard plus Freeze Dry. So yeah, there are a couple like smaller niche things that Freeze Dry can do. Mostly it's here for Alomomola and Dondozo. Those are the big ones. I do wonder if it does more to Tusk. It's great. Tusk is sometimes used as a switch in. No, Icicle Crash is doing more, which makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, but it's not doing bad damage to Tusk. Okay, so yeah, this is the idea. We might switch out Freeze Dry if we're not feeling it. We could, sometimes teams get difficult. Sometimes you got to put on Stealth Rock to something, or you've got to put on Knockoff, or we'll see what we need. But what I will say, I do think Mamoswine is pretty underrated. I feel like, yes, like Kyurem is generally a better Pokemon. I'll completely admit that. Kyurem's bulkier, faster, with the same attack stat. But there are some serious things Mamoswine offers. The Stab ground type is huge. Kyurem wishes it had Earthquake, and it wishes it was Stab. So that's a very big thing in favor of Mamoswine. And then also priority. The Never Melt Ice Shard priority is so crucial in Scarlet and Violet OU. You pretty much, your team is probably bad if you don't have a priority user. So the fact that we have this starting off the team is really, really nice. So I think the people that kind of think of Mamoswine as a worse Kyurem are just dead wrong. I think they're completely dead wrong. So it is viable, but I do struggle to build with it a little bit, for sure. Mamoswine hates hazards. So we can do a little pros and cons list here. Whoops. So cons, it hates hazards, right? Hates that. Bring back sub Never Melt Ice from Gen 5. No. We're gonna try Freeze Dry. I feel like it's tough to justify substitute on Mamoswine when you've got moves like Knockoff. No Trailblaze, lol. Yeah. Trailblaze, I don't think Trailblaze Mamo is good at all. It's like, are you trying to sweep? Like, Mamo is not a sweeper. Why are you clicking Trailblaze? Like, click strong attacks, kill something, and get out of the field when something comes in to revenge you. Like, is Trailblaze going to help you get past, like a Zamazenta, a King Gambit coming in when you're chipped and ready to sucker punch you, like a Rillaboom when it comes in? Like, no. There's so many. Mamoswine is not hard to revenge kill. It really isn't. I think Trailblaze is greedy. In fact, I'm gonna have a theory. I think if we filter for 0+, not Elo, but like this Glicko, whatever that is. Sounds like a lizard. Oh, a gecko. That's what I'm thinking of. Anyway, though, we're gonna filter for 0+, and I think we're gonna see a ton of Trailblaze usage. 14%. Okay, check that. 14%. Now let's filter for 1695. And Trailblaze is not even here. It is, yeah. So, okay, there we go. I mean, that's not proof. Usage stats aren't proof, but that is definitely an indicator that maybe Trailblaze is terrible. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't see the Regidrago vid, but wasn't it terrible? Yes, it was terrible. Used as a Scarf Regidrago with no priority user on the team, except there was a priority user because there was an Aquajet Mola. And that team was really bad. So even if I didn't use a priority user, that would be very much in line with the logic of that statement. Okay. Trailblaze is clutch against Quagsire. We have Freeze Dry. We can one-shot Quagsire. Yeah, I do remember like the stream if you're enjoying and you're excited to see some Mamoswine action. So let's talk about, I guess, troublesome Pokemon for Mamo. Cons, pros, stall breaking priority are the big ones. Yeah, someone asked about my Terra Blast. Yeah, I don't have time to do like a whole post on. I considered it, but it's just there are a lot of other priorities in life right now, and I honestly at this point it's just like, okay guys, like if you want to ban Terra Blast, I mean I think that's ridiculous, but well, do what you're gonna do. I don't really see, like I know the ban thread like acknowledged the fact that Terra Blast is a bit of a unique case, that a lot of Pokemon are okay with it, but a lot of Pokemon were also banned in the past because of Terra Blast, like allegedly a Spathra and Volcarona, which I think would both be unhealthy, even if Terra Blast was banned. But yeah, I don't see the vision with banning Terra Blast. It's really good on a ton of Pokemon that like it and just use it well, and often on a lot of like really fun. So like I like Serp, Terra Blast, Stellar, and Amorous, Frostmoth. I forget. Like there are a lot of things I can't name off the top of my head, but a Thundurus Therian. There's just a lot of cool Pokemon that use Terra Blast, and it's like just suspect Dragonite. Like it's busted. Dragonite's the problem. Anyway. So yeah, troublesome Mons. I call it troublesome Mons because there's not really anything Mamo can't break necessarily. Like I think Moltres is kind of getting smoked. Oh, yeah. Okay, no, Terra Ice. Yeah, Moltres is not taking that. So yeah, it's like, yeah, it's kind of annoying. But okay, let's say like Corv. Not really. Moltres honestly not really that much of a problem. I think we're going to be Terra Icing this thing a lot. I'm thinking. How well is Mamo's matchup against Avalugg? It's pretty rough. Avalugg beats everything. Corv, Alama, Mola. I don't think we put Dozo on, but Mola can pivot, so like we have to predict it coming in to really make progress, whereas with Dozo we can kind of just flip turn it. I mean, freeze dry it. Terra Garg, I feel like, well, not really. Terra Water Garg is frustrating for Mamo. Icicle Crash can take care of the other sets, but Scizor wrecks every Mamo set, so it should be in the cons list. Yeah, so the cons list is not about like every single thing that's bad for Mamo. And the troublesome Mons is more so what Mamoswine struggles to break. We're not really looking at like Zom, things that I can't quickly break. But it really can kind of break everything given enough time, except for like Terra Water Garg, I think. So, yeah, certain, like, well, actually, no, hold on. We have Freeze Dry. How much are we doing? Probably not enough, though. It's a freaking Garganackle. Water. Let's see. It's water, and oh my gosh, yeah, no. Nope. Garg has absolutely no problem eating that Freeze Dry whatsoever because, yeah, it's a Garg. Okay, so yeah, Terra Water Garg, that pretty much ends that shuts down the dream pretty well. Yeah, oh yeah, no, I want Kyurem banned too, but they've already suspected it twice, so it's like, at what point do you just have to accept the community isn't that good at deciding stuff and let Kyurem stay, like, I mean, like, yeah, fair enough, majority rules. Like, if more people for some absolutely confounding reason think Kyurem is okay, like, whatever. But yeah, I'd be super down to suspect Kyurem again, but it is what it is. Zamazenta, are there any other Pokemon that are actually problematic for the swine? Doesn't really look like it. I mean, like Terra Dark Peturunt, Terra Peturunt, I guess, is annoying. We'll kind of get a feel for in games how often we actually get shut down by stuff. And I know in the past, I really wanted to try Specs Raging Bolt with Mamo. Like, I felt like that was a really strong core. And I'm tempted to go with that again. It's just we had a tough time supporting it last time, but I think maybe the issue was we didn't go offensive enough. So there are a lot of directions we could take this team in, but I think I want to try going with a... Okay, builder is chugging. Let's just kind of preserve this set in its own. I think I want to try... There was a team I saw with like Specs Bolt and Hatterene, and I think a kind of a similar model to that might be good here. Maybe Eject Hat could be good. But we need, because yeah, this just like all the Pokemon, the very few Pokemon that can really shut down Mamoswine absolutely hate Raging Bolt. Like this is the worst news ever for them. And actually, I kind of like the double. Oh, maybe we don't need to go with that. I like the double. I like the double Dragon move set on teams that really need a stall breaker. Because if you get your Draco Meteor's PP stalled, then like you just get walled by Clodsire. But with Dragon Pulse, Raging Bolt is and enough time and the right support, Raging Bolt is actually a really, really effective stall breaker. Terra Water Gliscor. I think Terra Water Gliscor would get freeze dried. Water. Kind of. Does enough. Does enough that it wouldn't be able to, like, it wouldn't be easy to kill, but it would die eventually. Terra Blast Fire for Corv. No. So we do like 45 with Icicle Crash. So we're definitely not pulling out Terra Blast Fire. That is not the move. But yeah, we need, for these two, like, we definitely want really solid removal. Probably double removal. Like maybe like a Tusk Ace kind of situation. Maybe Treads Ace. I don't know though. This, yeah, I'm already kind of doubting the Bolt pick because I'm just like, well, two kind of slow Pokemon that are difficult to really defensively support. Maybe it's not the play. We definitely want to pair Mamo with a decent special attacker. Maybe we go a more offensive route. Like, how about like an offensive Zapdos? That could be interesting. Like a punish Terra Waters for sure. There's like a Wheezing G angle. Yeah, could go Galarian Wheezing. Could be. Oh, remember to like the stream if you're enjoying, by the way. Yeah, Memo's special attack is like, what is it, 70? It's not terrible. With Terra Ice and Never Melt Ice, it can actually do some solid damage. Core of Hat was on my Mamo team. Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense. We can try to make it work. Let's say we did put in a Corviknight. We did put in a Corviknight. We did put in probably an Eject Hat. Speed is an issue. Yeah, I mean, of course. That was put in chat when we had 3 Pokemon on the team. Yeah, if you see a 3 Pokemon team that doesn't have cripplingly massive issues, then you found a really, really insane core. Spec Zapdos would be fun to see. Yeah, that's not happening. Because if you run Spec Zapdos, you need to be counting on Hurricanes hitting. And that is not something I want to be doing. Also, why does Mamo hate Hazard so much other than every other grounded Pokemon? Well, a lot of grounded Pokemon resist Stealth Rock. Not some do. Some are Steel types, they don't get hit by Toxic Spikes. And this Mamo is Terra Ice. And a lot of grounded Pokemon run Boots. So yeah, that's basically why. the Terra Ice that I think we're going to frequently use is what really kind of puts it over the edge in that regard. So this team really wants a very, very capable special wall here. That's really what we want. What would that be? Slowking, obviously an option, gives Mamo chilly reception. No, not too redundant with Corv. Goes double fairy resist, but that's not really a problem. So that's an option. Are there any other special walls that look really strong here? That last team, by the way, because of the dark issue, I think it would have to be. See, the problem is, yeah, this is where things get dicey. We'd have to run, I think, a Zama last for the dark situation. And we need speed. So I think it would have to be a Zama. But then this puts us in a spot where we're hazardless, which is rarely acceptable. Very rarely is that okay. And this team, it looks pretty weak to fire. Maybe it's acceptable, but... Yeah. I have some concerns. I think this is... We could be okay with hazardless. It's a team model that does sometimes work. Not sure if it'll work here, but I think it's worth a go. It's worth a go. So let's try this. Let's go Nuzzle, Psychic Noise, Draining Kiss, and Healing Wish. And just full defensive, I think is good there. We'll go. I don't know why we're gonna go minus attack on this. Go 8 speed. Occasionally win a speed tie or 2. Flying, I think, is fine on these. Corv, we're going to go helmet defensive. I think Brave Bird, Defog, Roost, U-Turn is the set I like here because we have Zama to help with the King Gambit matchup. I think that's okay. We'll go 30 speed. Actually, do we want to just go slow on this? I mean, you never know. Hard to tell because you never really know when the speed will come in handy. We'll try that. Glow King, what do we want to go here? Well, we probably want Toxic. We want Chilly Reception, obviously, helps Mamo. Little worried about Iron Moth. I think Psychic Noise for that seems like a good call. And I think Sludge Bomb is just kind of too good to turn down. So we'll go with this. Do we want to go something like Black Sludge? I mean, the double removal does make that tempting. I don't think we do, just because of Samurott. Makes me feel like we might want to go HDB anyways. So we'll go nothing too crazy here. Terra type on this. Thinking we don't have a dragon immunity. Maybe we can go fairy. I don't really see any huge issues with that. Gives us kind of a backup Zamazenta answer. I think we want to go ID Roar on this. Help us against the hyper offense matchup because Bolt Mamo should really cover the bulky teams. So I want to really hone in on that more offensive team matchup here. Will you make a top 5/10 best type combinations? Maybe. Heatran over G-King. This team really wants pivoting and really hates hazards. I mean, could though. The removal of pivoting is bad, but it does give us Stealth Rock. It does give us a much more solid answer to fire. Does make us weaker to Zama, not necessarily a problem. Does make us lose our Toxic Spike Absorber, but we do have a decent amount of special attackers, so we can kind of block that against Glamora leads. Let's go with, I never know like the right EVs to run on this. Let's just do that. I don't know what these things are packing these days. We'll go like a little more defense. Like it's weird balancing these. We'll go Terrifier, so we don't have a Wisp immunity. It does help us with that. It does help us with that. Yeah, let's make a Heatran version. Doesn't Rilla smoke this team? We have a physically defensive Brave Bird Corviknight, so I sincerely hope not. If it does, I mean, we tried at that point. So this would be specially defensive, so I'd probably go Lava Plume, SR, Protect, and EP. Want to go specially defensive on this. I'm thinking probably enough to outpace Kingambit I think is worthwhile. Do we go 200 or do we hit the next up? I think 200 is fine. That's going to cover most Kingambit and we're not too worried about it. I generally kind of brain dead throw Fairy on this. I think I actually like normal, so we can hardwall some Ceruledge. One other thing it does, this version is worse against Kyurem though. The Glow King version was better against Kyurem. It said no ghost resist. Yeah, that's not great. That's not great either. So let's try the Heatran version then, because that matches up better into ghosts for sure. Yeah, let's give that a go. Ghost Resist is one of those ones that's sometimes okay. Why didn't you go max speed on Zamazenta? I don't think speed tying other Zama is super important. Let me just make sure nothing on this team is like super messed up. Scarf Goldengo is a bit of an issue. Yeah, for sure on the Slowking version it is. The Slowking version is too weak. The Heatran version I think is okay against ghosts. Too weak to ghosts. Yeah, like if someone wants to make like a tool that could kind of like check your team for weaknesses that just is like up here, that would be really helpful, because you know, even if you know your type charts, it's tough to like mentally cycle through every single one of them. You know, easy to miss stuff. Why protect on non-Magma Storm Heatran? To gain health back. That's it. Oh, but Garg. Yeah, Garg is brutal here. Garg is pretty tough. Yeah, we'll see if it's too rough. I mean, Hatterene helps a little. Let's go Speedy Hat on this then to outspeed Garg. I know some of these Garganacl run like a little bit of speed. So let's hit 109 on our Hatterene. 109, and we'll go, yeah, we always want to invest max HP in Hatterene. Okay, cool. I don't know, we have a few Pokemon that can threaten Garg. Maybe sub on Mamo. I mean, sub on Zama, excuse me. And on Mamo, I mean, it could be an idea, I guess. Maybe Leftovers, CM Bolt. Could be an answer too. That could potentially help us with that. Could be interesting. we got Sydney in chat. Your rival is back. Yeah, she was pretty amused by that comment. IRL friend right here. True indeed. 'Tis true. All right, let's run it. Actually, Terraflying, I mean, that's a little greedy on Corviknight. Let's go Ghost, just so we can wall other ID Zama if that ends up being a problem. We can with pressure, you can pretty easily PP stall crunches, so that can be a pretty good strategy. I think that's what we want to go with. Terra Dragon on this, it's greedy, but whoops, not max HP on Bolt. I think Speedy is definitely better on spec sets, in my opinion. pretty much always. It exists a site for that, Pokastat build. Oh, there is, but like, is it like an extension that you can add to Showdown, or do I have to go to another site and like type in all the type? Because that's a lot of work. I'm having nightmares of Terra Steel, Will-O-Wisp, Saraledge. Yeah, that does sound pretty scary. Flash fire pressure. Okay, I think we're good. I think we're ready to go. Remember to like the stream if you're enjoying. Let's get hype for the swine. About to get into game one. I don't get Protect on Tran if there's no Magma Storm. So Heatran has no healing. Protect, it has leftovers, so health helps it. Magma Storm I think is bad on defensive sets because it's like what is it actually getting you? HF. What elo are we at? We are 1778. I was getting some background footage. Some of them went well, some of them didn't go so well. And it's like, what else would we run? Actually, Scorching Sands over Earth Power is kind of diabolical. I kind of like that. I sort of do. I like that. Let's do it. SRN and I are not IRL friends, but I do like SRN. Been a while though. So busy with medical school stuff. Could be Wisp. Yeah, we could put Wisp on there, but like I know I like Protect. I think it just helps out. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Are you real? Yes. It's pretty tough to fake. I mean, I'm pretty sure. That's kind of a it's you know, it's a bit of a philosophical question, but I'm pretty sure I'm real. Okay, let's get right into it. I kind of don't know what to kick off with here. This is sort of an awkward situation. I think Raging Bolt looks okay. I don't think an Iron Treads lead is super likely. But yeah, it's a really awkward situation because we've got, like, depending on the sets, we have so many things that could look good or could not be good at all. Like, you know, is the Moltres going to have Scorching Sands? Is the Hoopa going to be banned, or is it going to be, you know, a more manageable, like, AV set? Is the Zama going to be ID or not? A lot of this comes down to the set. What's the IVAL going to be? If it's specs, it's like super easy for Heatran to handle. I think we kick it off with Bolt and we can just kind of go from there. Okay, and it's going to be a Treads lead. Obviously not what I was hoping for, but it is what it is. So there are a couple approaches. I think I like keeping the helmet intact on Corviknight, but on the other hand, I'm like, is that really an option? Is there really actually a world where we keep the helmet intact? I kind of don't think so. But we don't have a great way to hit Treads with Corviknight. But they probably don't have a great way of hitting us either. So let's I don't want to go into core. It feels like just a total sink of momentum, but let's do it. They could also be scared out. They don't know we don't have body press, right? So let's just go defog. We're probably going to lose our item here. If it's like a rapid spin steel beam situation, that'd be awesome. I'd be super happy with that. If it's not knockoff, I'm happy, basically. But it probably is. Knockoff is pretty common on these lead sets. It's odd to me that this is a lead Treads. This doesn't really feel like the kind of team that would have a booster lead. And there is the knockoff indeed. So let's just go for a Brave Bird, get some damage here, and then we're probably going to defog the following turn. Actually, let's Roost. Just keep, which we don't really need the health. I'm just a little scared of potentially attacking into the Moltres and getting flame-bodied. Corviknight, we really don't want Corviknight burned in this matchup. So, okay, in comes the Ival. This is the point at which I will Brave Bird if they go for the Encore. Okay, so be it. So this is the tough part because we don't really know what this Ival has or what it's going to do. If it's special, we could probably go into Heatran. If it's physical, that's rough. I think we go into Heatran, and if it clicks SD, we can kind of eject out with Hatterene and bring in Corviknight. It's probably the plan. Okay, so we bring in Heatran, and in comes the Hoopa. So a Hyperspace Fury would super hurt here from a really powerful one. I don't think it is going to be that. So I'm tempted to protect and just kind of scout what this thing wants to do. I'm thinking it's going to be a knockoff here, which kind of makes me want to go just into Corviknight. Could also predict, though, go for like a Thunderbolt or something. I don't want Heatran to lose its leftovers, but, you know, you don't always get what you want. So could Lava Plume fish for a burn? That doesn't sound bad. Let's go for the Lava Plume. A burn would be incredible. Okay, so we see Dark Pulse come out. Do we get a burn here? Let's see. We do not. That's okay. So let's check that Dark Pulse. That doesn't look like Choice Specs damage to me. Yeah, that's not. So this is just seems like a fairly typical special Hoopa. And that Lava Plume damage indicates not AV either, though. So could start clicking some nasty plots. So we've got to definitely respect this Hoopa. We don't know how fast it is either, which is stressful. I think I want to protect here and scout. Hopefully no nasty plot comes out here. Okay, just another Dark Pulse. I think I'm okay to Lava Plume again. Looks like it's a full special Hoopa. Hopefully we don't get flinched. We don't? Do we get a burn? No burn either. Okay. We could protect here. Still a little scared of the nasty plot coming out because I just don't really know what this thing's doing. But there's the Hatterene eject option, but I don't really want to use that. Let's protect again. Okay, Treads comes in. That's okay. That's an outcome I think I'm okay with. It's going to be knock EQ. I can be pretty confident in that. So should just be Corviknight. I think we just go Corviknight Defog, really. I think the game's going well. Okay, so this comes in. This is it's going to go for a Thunderbolt here. It's going to go for a big bad Thunderbolt. I think I'm okay with that. I think we can go into Raging Bolt. Ideally to take this Thunderbolt. If we get Focus Blasted. So that did obviously more than I anticipated. Let's check that Lava Plume. So not AV, we saw. And I think that took so little that I think it's not HP invested either. Yeah, no HP. So I'm going to go for a Thunderclap here, actually, because I feel like this Hoopa, based on that calc, they know they have a good chance to kill with Dark Pulse. Well, actually, no. I've got to stop playing so hasty. 252. Wait, no, hold on. That is the... What am I putting onto this? Special attack, Dark Pulse... What am I calcing against? Oh, Heatran. That's why I'm so confused. So Focus Blast just did that. Dark Pulse, 75% to 1 hit KO. So I think I go for a Specs Thunderclap here. Okay, and in comes the Treads. All right. So this time, we've gone into Corv so many times. I'm going to go into Hatterene here. Hopefully we don't just get it with a knockoff. Okay, we do bounce back the Stealth Rock. Beautiful. And it's going to be a Rapid Spin here. This allows me to bring in the Swine. It's time for the Swine, folks. And never mind, we get knocked off. And Earthquake has a chance to kill here. Not a good chance, though. So I think I'm going to go for an Icicle Crash. Actually, it might just stay in and set rocks again. Let's go for the Earthquake. If Moltres comes in, we can handle that. I'm really surprised, though, that it went for a knockoff there on the Hatterene. I would have thought you want to spin away those hazards as soon as possible. But actually, I guess that makes sense. Hyperspace Fury breaks Protect, right? Yes, that's correct. Okay, they do stay in, so I'm glad. I'm very glad I went with the Earthquake there, just to kind of cover that possibility of just staying in and trying to set rocks again. Priority number one is defogging. If we can defog, we don't have to deal with hazards, and that is absolutely huge for our team. It is such a priority. I think we go right into Corviknight right here. Let's see. We can kind of get a read on what kind of set this is as well. Shadow Ball. Okay, so probably just Calm Mind. I will defog here. And awesome. Moltres comes in. I'm going into Heat Train here. If it's Scorching Sands, it's Scorching Sands. It's not common, though. It's just not a common set. Okay, and there's the Roar, just going to force us out immediately. Could go for an Icicle Crash. I'm fine just going back into Mamo. There's no way you're Roar and Scorching Sands. I completely refuse to believe it. This is for sure Scarf Hoopa, right? That is a good point. That does make, well, it kind of makes sense for our opponent's team. Given the way they've been playing, it makes some sense, but it's also like, it would be a bit weird. Let's go into Hatterene here. Let's see, kind of try to get a read on what this is. We see the Terra Fire and the Iron Defense come out. So we're probably going to just get forced out here. We can go for a Psynoise in case the substitute happens. And unfortunately, it's going to be Iron Defense Heavy Slam. Obviously, really not what we want to see here. I'm going to go into our own Zama and click Roar. Hopefully we're faster. We're speedier than most Zamazenta. Most only EV to outspeed Darkrai, so we can probably roar them out here. If we can't, we're going to have to probably Terra Ghost our Corviknight. So they go for the body press, we roar them out, and in comes the Hoopa Unbound. If this is Scarf, it's definitely going to go for like a Psychic move here. I think we go into Heatran, since that will cover the Moltres coming in. If they go for a Focus Blast read here, good on them. That would be kind of crazy. But I think you either go for a Psychic. They might Trick though. That could be a play too. Yeah, the Scarf kind of does make sense here. Yeah, I guess the Heatran does seems a little obvious. Could go into Bolt, but Bolt looks kind of nice at this stage. There is the Hatterene play as well. Hatterene's usefulness now that the Zamazenta has kind of smoked it is much diminished. Let's do that. Let's go into Hatterene and see what this thing wants to click. T-Bolt comes out. Okay. Yeah, that... Can Mamo live a Dark Pulse here? No, super can't. But Mamo's, it's on... Sad to say it, but I don't think Mamo's that good here. So I'm going to go into it, and we'll see if they are indeed. That's looking Scarfed. These are some really odd plays if you're not Scarfed. So I want to go into Heatran here. So I'm expecting you should want to preserve this. But then if they're speedy, they think they can outspeed, they go for Focus Blast. It's possible, I'm afraid. Let me go for an Ice Shard. That will... If they swap out here, it's pretty much guaranteed Scarf. Okay, swap out. Very, very, very much looking choice Scarf. I do want to go into Heatran here. Encore, it's gotta be... Like, there's no way you have a fighting move if you're Encore Shadow Ball. You've got to be Calm Mind Moonblast last. No other set makes sense. We could set rocks here. I'm inclined to Lava Plume and attack. I think we go on the offensive. Okay, Hoopa comes in. Do we get a burn this time? We don't. Okay, we hit this thing 3 times without a burn. I guess they didn't get any Dark Pulse flinches, but still kind of annoying. Okay, there's the Focus Blast coming out. Yeah, it's gotta be Scarf probably. We can sack Hat. I think sack Hat and just go into Mamo is probably our best play. Let's Shard here. If the Molt comes in, I think we click Rocks this time. Really want to finally put this thing... Oh, we don't have Rocks, right. Let's throw off an Icicle Crash. Okay, Ival comes in. Can we hit Mamo? And you missed your... literally the first Icicle Crash, Mamoswine. What are we doing, buddy? What are we doing? All right, it's Stealth Rock time. Hoopa comes in. Makes sense. Let's protect here. Dark Pulse this time. All right, that's better. We can tank a Dark Pulse just fine. We could go Zama, start IDing up But we honestly take a decent chunk from that. So let's just, okay, we get, this is the RNG has not been super kind to us, honestly. But I do want to want you to notice how much mileage I'm getting out of Protect. Heatran, okay, thank you. Good stuff, Heatran. Yeah, Dragonite is scary. Kind of depends on which set it is, too. It's extreme speed. Yeah, it just so much depends on what set it is. We see, okay, actually, no, that makes sense. We probably have to Terra Ghost Corviknight here. I don't really see a world where we get out of that. So let's just do it. That's fine. Yeah. We can, yeah, I mean, we'll eventually PP stall it. Let's Terra Ghost and Roost. Yeah, that seems fine. Let's U-turn here. Okay, they're going to crunch. Makes sense. Let's go into Bolt because Bolt looks scary. Go back into Corv. Yeah, it's going to be just PP stalling. This is I mean this is one of those cases though where it's like, wow, good thing we thought about our Terra types there carefully, you know, because this could have been bad. Brave Bird. Can just throw off a couple Brave Birds. It's not going to do anything. Okay, click Roost here. Roost. The key is, yeah, you never want to roost on a turn when you're not going to get hardly anything out of it. We do have to roost here, unfortunately. Hopefully not more defense drops. Roost. I think we can go for another one. Okay. I think they body press here, if I'm being honest. Okay, just spamming crunch. I'm going to go into Zama here. It seems like they're pretty content to click crunch over and over for some reason. Yeah, they've got 9 left. Actually, they might be able to kill us with the heavy slams. How much is heavy slam doing to us? It's doing absolutely 0. Okay, so maybe we're not too worried. Let's get a little tricky with it. I don't think they'll... Okay, they went for heavy slam there. Yeah, we maybe shouldn't have clicked so many roosts. I want to be clicking defogs almost, but it's like, you know, obviously it's not good for other reasons. There's the crunch. We want to click Roost here. Okay, those body presses blanking. We might have to start clicking defog, unfortunately. If our opponent plays this smart. We might have to start clicking defog because we can't be taking this chip. Do I have to use my last roost? Yeah, we lose. We lose this. I should not have burned that many roost when our defense was lowered. I just didn't factor in the heavy slam damage. I don't think there's anything we can really do here. Trying to think, because we can stall out. We have to. I mean, yeah, I can try. We can try to switch around, but I think there's just too many attacks. I mean, the body press, only 5 left though. Maybe it is doable. Maybe it's possible. Go for the U-turn. Okay, cool. That is now 3 body presses remaining. So maybe this is possible. Because if we can stall the body presses, let's go Bolt. We can actually finish this thing with a Draco. So I may have said we're in trouble. We may have said we lose too fast. I'm going to go for Big Draco here. Come on. Raging Bolt, you better hit this. Raging Bolt, you... Oh, you didn't kill somehow. Okay, that's not good. How did you not kill? You are modest specs? I don't... Okay, I guess that just didn't do as much as I thought. But, okay, cool. We burned another body press. I'm going to go Bolt here, and then I'm going to try to Thunderclap this thing. We can do that. That'd be sick. Let's go for that. Let's go into Zama. You definitely don't click Body Press here. Let's go into Corv. There's the last Body Press. Body Press done. We can go into Zama and boost up now. You're heavy slug because you're doing nothing to my Zama, right? Yeah, you're doing 0. So we're actually now in a great spot. Yeah, -1 Body Press, negative. All they've got is Heavy Slam, and we can take those forever. Your goose is cooked. Okay, excellent. Now it's just about not losing to Dragonite. Just depending on the set, could be easy or like literally impossible. Okay, that's a really good thing to get dragged out. This Moltres, we've hit it with an attack, right? We hit it with an Ice Shard. I believe that's what we hit it with. Let's check Mamo. Okay, that indicates defensive, so we should outspeed here. Let's go for a Volt Switch. Depresso Clinical, thank you very much for the 50 gift memberships. That is incredibly generous. Thank you so much. Zama's going to get sacked. Makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. That is probably what I would also be doing. Thank you very much, Depresso Clinical. If there's anything you want to say in chat, just let me know and I will read that out. I think we actually go Heatran. And then if D-Knight comes in, it's hard Zama Roar. Let's hope it's not Boots. It's Boots. Okay, that's annoying. Okay. Let's Roar instantly. Okay, it's just going to be Molt coming in. Let's ID here. I'm hoping it's not Encore, or I think they would have stayed in and gone for that. Okay. Let's hard swap into Bolt, hoping they don't stay in. Okay, excellent. We got him. And we Volt Switch here. Should be an Ival sack. Anything other than an Ival sack here would be a bizarre play. Yeah, okay, there is the Ival sack. I think we go, okay, here's the play. I think we go Mamo here. We force the Moltres to kill the Mamo. Then we can win with Zama after we go in with Bolt and Volt Switch. And as long as it's not an Encore D-Knight. Like, there's always a chance you just lose to the Dragonite. It's always there. Like, if it's Boots, DD, Encore, it's not a common set. It does happen, though. And maybe we just get past it with Icicle Crush. That'd be cool, too. That works. That also works. Okay, let's see. Flinch. Okay, like maybe this just happens. That's definitely works for me. Okay, Mamo. Actually, does Freeze Dry kill? Let's calc this. No, does not. Well, we still have to hit this next one. Okay, Mamo, you've redeemed yourself from your earlier. Well, you haven't redeemed yourself quite yet. You got to hit this one. You did hit it. Mamo, excellent job, GG. Okay. Like, we won. It was a little tighter, I think, than I hoped. But we did win. Also, for the Protect Heatran haters in the house, pretty good. I'm just saying. Okay, this is a full team of Pokemon that get Mega Evolutions in Champions. So, I guess that's like a thing. Looks like Mamo's going to be our primary breaker, at least until the Excadrill dies. I do just want to lead with it. I'm not... Dragonite's a little scary. Greninja, pretty scary. Nothing else is really... Actually, the Embor's kind of not great either. It's kind of a lot that scares us here, to be honest. Okay, but yeah, this, I think we just throw off an Icicle Crash, see what kind of set it is. That is a super specially defensive Clefable, and it gets instantly flinched. Mamoswine, you have been going crazy ever since your initial Fumble. And they sack Clefable, so we are now free to click Draco Meteors, which is awesome. We go into Hatterene here. We want to block hazards. Body Press comes out, totally fine. Let's go into Raging Bolt. Part of me is tempted to Terra Dragon, but I think we can just click a regular Draco Meteor, and that should be just fine. See how much we do to this Excadrill. Terra Dragon would kill Excadrill, though, but I really, yeah, using Terra I think is a mistake this early. Okay, we get the Excadrill. Do we hit the Draco Meteor? Let's see. We do indeed. That is not a defensive drill at all. That took a ton of damage there. We see Mold Breaker, but that's really fine. We can go into Corv on this. Okay, we got Emboar in the house. I don't think we want a Brave Bird. I think that's a mistake. Zama kind of wins here, so I don't really want to go into that. Let's go into Bolt, because I think it can outspeed it the following turn, likely. Blitz makes sense there. Now we can fire off a big Draco, and I don't even think Skarmory is taking 2 of these, so something's going to really not have fun this turn, unless you're like a super speedy Earthquake Emboar. Yeah, okay, AV it looks like we got. Drain Punch, poor thing. Yeah, that's not, no, hold on. That actually sort of did work. I do think we just click Draco again. Okay, and it's going to be Skarmory coming in, which still did so much. Lovely to see that. Should be a Roost from Skarmory here. I'm inclined to go into Heatran. We can just click the very nice Lava Plume. Okay, Emboar wants to come in again. All right. I mean, they're kind of gaming. I can respect the gaming. Do we want to keep Hatterene healthy? How important is that? The main reason we want to keep it healthy is for the Dragonite. I don't think that's really our best answer to it, so let's go into Hatterene. Yeah, that Drain Punch is going to do 0, and I'm inclined to, I think, just click Psychic Noise here. Greninja comes in. Yeah, this, we are going to click Nuzlocke. If you have Gunk Shot and you're like banded Gunk Shot or whatever, like do it, but okay. We see that, I think, is that Specs or not? That's the troublesome thing. We could just straight up lose right here to this. So Hydro Pump did how much that? Could be Mystic Water. Sure, let's give it a useless item. Hydro Pump. So it's definitely either Mystic Water. It's something. It's not Shurik. It's not what am I trying to say? It's either Specs or it's Mystic Water. Oh, no, it could be Modest too. Modest has a chance. Yeah, a decent chance to hit the Hatterene. Okay. This is scary. I'm inclined to go Bolt. Something or other. Thank you very much for the 50 gifted memberships. Incredible generosity. Much, much, much appreciated. Go Bolt. How much is Water Shuriken doing? 3 hits. I think we go Bolt. I think we call out the Water Shuriken and go for a Thunderbolt here. We could Scout too. Could Scout with something like Mamoswine. I think we do it, honestly. Okay, they got scared and they switched out. So that turned out well for us. Still scary, but that's pretty much confirmed specs, and it doesn't have its speed when it comes in again, so it's much, much, much more manageable. I'm content, I think, just to Ice Shard here. I don't expect a hard switch to Greninja. It should just be Excadrill getting sacked here. Yeah, something or other. Thank you very much. Incredible generosity. The Oil Baron is another Sugar Daddy. Yeah, if there's anything you want to say in chat, let me know and I will read it out. Yeah, really. And yeah, if you have, make sure you have gift memberships turned on so you can be part of this. If you, have your own chance to get gift memberships. Okay, we could Terra Ice here and just kill this. That Ice Shard did, 17, so this is probably just the standard Skarmory set. We could go hard into Heatran here. It seems all right, too. Could go Raging Bull. I think we go Heatran. I think that's fine. Okay, it's going to go for Stealth Rock. which is fair. I think I set my own Stealth Rock. I'm expecting probably a Greninja to switch in here. Okay, Emboar, that's fine. Yeah, the Drain Punch will actually do a lot, so we don't want to take that. We want to just ID up with Zama. We want to sack the most expendable Pokemon, which is Heatran, but we don't want to give this Emboar an insane amount of boosts. So I think we can go Corviknight on the Drain Punch. And then do we sack it, or do we go something like Mamo here? I think we go Mamo here. It should just be a Flare Blitz coming out. I really don't anticipate another Drain Punch. Okay, so there's the Flare Blitz. We did indeed call that. Now the question is, when we go into Zamazenta, do we Iron Defense? I think we do. I think we do. Well, it does get knockoff, which would be pretty annoying. And we already do kill. We're likely to kill Greninja. Skarmory probably has a Rocky Helmet, which would be kind of annoying if we don't have leftovers. I think we just Body Press. I think we just kill this. Depresso Clinical with 50 gift memberships. Thank you very, very much for the generosity. This is wild. Make sure you have gift memberships on. This is crazy. Depresso Clinical, if there's anything you want to say in chat, let me know. This is the rich are fighting. A fight I'm very pleased to let continue. But no, really, guys, as always, there's never a need to donate. It's much appreciated. But Ozama does just beat me. I mean, we'll see. Yeah, we want to roar this out ASAP. Not sure what dastardly things this Dragonite wants to do, but we do not want to let it do it. Okay, Moment of Truth. Here's where we click Body Press and hope we don't get a bad roll and then die to a Hydro Pump from a Specs Greninja. We do kill. Beautiful. Yeah, we want to roar this again. Okay, Excadrill, I don't really know what they're doing. Yeah, that's what we were waiting for. This we can ID up on. Okay, and our opponent's just going to forfeit. Excellent, GG. Okay, so we're 2-0. Mamo's been doing pretty well. We haven't really faced the kind of bulky team that Mamo was meant to excel against, so hard to say for sure. But yeah, it's going pretty well so far. GG. Okay, 2-0. Let's see. Drop the Horror team. The Presso Clinical, Zoroark. I do not know about Zoroark. This is some BS we're facing. So we've got to lock in because this is some, and they're not doing horrible. So this is some super cheese. This might be a banded Sandforce, which would be pretty interesting. Maybe this isn't cheese. Maybe this is actually just kind of a normal team. Oh my gosh, we have another crazy membership. Thank you very much, something or other, for the 50 gifted memberships. That and Depresso Clinical with another 50. Guys, thank you so much. That is incredibly generous. I really appreciate it. That and something or other firing back. Okay, this is guys. Really, I truly do appreciate it, but at the same time, you know, there are a lot of, I mean, money, there's a lot of things to spend money on, and I end Depresso Clinical with another 50 guys, I said, I really do appreciate it. The generosity is incredible. I will do my best to spend this money. Well, not spend, more likely. I mean, some of the YouTube stuff always goes to charity. Others goes to investments and something or other with another 50 gifted memberships. I really, really appreciate the generosity, guys, but like, please watch out for your wallets. I know something or other's in a really good financial spot. I don't know about Depresso Clinical sends another 50 gifted memberships. Guys, really though, you know, like YouTube takes a pretty big cut. I think they take 30% of donations. So like, you know, it's much, much, much appreciated, but really, you know, make sure you're okay financially. And, yeah, make sure you're doing all right. Okay, seems like it's calmed down. So that was wild. That's absolutely insane. But much, much, much appreciated. I'm going to try to play this game. I think I want to kick it off with Mamoswine because it looks really, really good against my opponent. And there's the Mew lead. So against this, I want to go right into Hatterene. Mew does a ton of just dastardly stuff that I don't want to deal with. So it looks like we're going to burn the Mew, but of course, unfortunately, Synchronize is going to attach that to us as well. So happens. Okay, I don't really know what this thing wants to do here. I'm thinking we can go for a Nuzzle. Okay, very interesting. We see Gravity. Okay, I understand what's happening to us now. This is not good. This is very scary. This Gravity, this is very scary. Yeah. These are, yeah, Banded Sandforce. Okay, I see the vision now. I see why people are losing to this. So what I think we want to do is I think I want to go right into Mamoswine here. And it's going to U-turn. Okay, let's see what they want to bring in. They bring in Dugtrio. So Dugtrio banded okay, it's Choice Band. I can pretty much guarantee it's Choice Band. Adamant does not kill. So, no, hold on. They're going to be max attack. Has a chance to kill us. Ironhead obviously does kill us. I think Mamo does look good here. The priority could be really good too. I think we go Zama, but we kind of only get one of these is the problem. We kind of only get one of these Zama switch-ins. Actually, we could go Hat, but if they Ironhead. Given the speed, I'm going to predict this thing's Jolly. Do we get aggressive and stay in an Earthquake here? It's such a tough call because losing the Prio would be so bad potentially for later. But I don't think this is really a matchup where we can afford to be super, like, play safe. I don't think we can afford to play super safely here. Let's stay in an EQ. Okay, Mola comes in. Interesting. Did not really see that one coming. So that, let's check that set. That indicates Mola is like absolute max defense. So I wonder if we can Terra Ice and like Freeze Dry here and kill it. We have a chance to, but not a great one. So let's just go for the Freeze Dry normally here. Do a good chunk. And it's going to flip turn. But Mola cannot come in again is the huge thing. So I'm super going to EQ. If it's Scarf T-Tar, it's Scarf T-Tar. I don't think we try to play for that possibility. And they just let their Excadrill die. I have no idea what my opponent was thinking with that one. That just seems like a horrible call to me. Yeah, I'm super lost by what my opponent was thinking there or what they were trying to do. And did we have another donation? Oh my gosh. I don't think, what did we? I can't remember. It's so many. I can't even keep track of it at this point. Anyway, okay, let's go into Bolt here. I could Terra Dragon and get a guaranteed kill on the Dugtrio here. I think it might already die. I think it does, yeah. So let's go for Draco Meteor here. And it's going to be the Mew, which ends up surviving, unfortunately. So yeah, it's obviously going to be Dugtrio coming in here. I think we sack the... Do we go Zama? I think we go Zama. I think it's time for that. Okay, so as you can see, yeah, it works this time. It's not going to work again. We can go for the Crunch here. Okay, they're going to Terra Ground and stay in. Our Crunch still does a billion because it's an Alolan Dugtrio, and the Sand is just going to polish us off. But this is why it's really nice we kept Mamo around from earlier. So we go for that. And, you know, we've seen that Freeze Dry kills here, so we're just going to go for that. Tyranitar comes in. I think based on that Freeze Dry damage, this is, I think, on the bulkier side of T-Tar, but I still think you die. Actually, doesn't look like it quite does. So let's go into Corviknight here. We definitely want to keep Mamo pretty much wins this game, so we definitely want to be keeping it alive. And I will go, I think Hatterene here. I think a Stealth Rock is pretty likely. Okay, Sinistcha enters. Interesting. Let's Nuzzle. Tyranitar comes in. Okay, I'll Drain and Kiss. We can, I truly don't understand what my opponent is cooking up here. But this should give us a nice entry to Mamo soon, I'm thinking. I think they'll probably flip turn right here. So let's go for a Psynoise just to block any Wish shenanigans. And that's the Alo is just going to straight up die. Cool. Works for me. Mew enters. We can Psynoise this and block the Wish. So this should be the end of Mew. Mew should be dying here. Yeah, burn. Okay, down it goes. This is so troll, Elmeo. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I agree. Like, you're talking about your team, right? My team's, like, pretty normal. I don't know what you're doing. Ice Shard. Down goes the Doug trio. And there's the forfeit. GG. Okay, Mamo's been good. Mamo shut that team down pretty well. Why do we have Brave Bird? Well, there was a game when we faced an Ival where Brave Bird was crucial, or it could have been if it turned out to be like SD. So I think we do stick with Brave Bird. I'm trying to think. Like, there was a reason I initially wanted Brave. Oh, Wellspring. Yeah, we haven't run into a Wellspring. When that happens, I think we're going to really want that around. Okay. I really want to kick this off with Mamoswine because Mamoswine kills this entire team. Like, everything is dying to me. I'm so worried it's going to be a Scarf Pelipper and ruin my day. But I think we kick it off with Mamoswine here. This looks like a really, really, really good matchup for me. I don't really see... I guess, like, Quackleval is probably the only way I see this really going downhill. So let's just not throw, and we should be good. So, I'm so worried it's going to be Scarf. But, like... You shouldn't be. But what if you are? Oh, I'm so tempted though. Let's go Bolt. Let's not risk it. Let's see. Weather Ball comes out. Let's check that damage. That looks defensive. We could have done it. Could have stayed and killed. Let's just Draco here though. It's fine. This will be a good chunk. Okay, Drake, excellent. Really solid damage. Let's go Corviknight. Zapdos makes sense. We go into Bolt. We're going to just go into Bolt, click Draco again. Bolt's health is not something we were super awesome like to be losing, but it's... Okay, that is very much spec Zapdos, so good to know. Good to get confirmation on that. Excadrill, please hit. Yeah. That's really bad. Okay, let's go Hatterene this time. Hopefully, like, we get like a Stealth Rock situation. Okay, and we just die. Cool. It's Life Orb. All right. So that's frustrating. Let's Ice Shard here. Cool. Probably going to go into Zapdos, I'm thinking. T-Tar enters. Interesting. That's an interesting one. Yeah, I'm just going to click Earthquake. Let's see what happens. Okay, it's bulky on the bulkies. And, oh no, Mamoswine's about to... Okay, thank you. Whew. I thought Mamo was definitely about to die, and then this T-Tar turned out to be the wackiest set ever. Let's Earthquake here. Oh, jeez. Thank heavens it did not attack, huh? How about that? Wow. That could have been scary. Whew. Okay, we're going to freeze right here. This should be a kill. Excellent. Mamo, yep. Good stuff, Mamo. Quackfall. This is scary. Zama, can you come in here and take... Does anyone know, is Quackfall like banded or something? I hope it's not banded. That would be terrible. Let's go Zama. Aqua Jet is what it went for. Okay, very interesting. So that is actually super banded. Good thing it did not click a more threatening attack. That could have been bad. Should be a Zapdos coming in here. I honestly think I just want to click Roar. Hopefully the Quackleval comes back out. That'd be ideal. Okay, awesome. I think I just want to click Roar again. Stalling out Rain is pretty much the angle here. Okay, your Scarf. How did that do so much with Aqua Jet then? I'm like confused as to the mechanics of that. Your Scarf, yeah. Oh no, I just clicked Roar. It is banded. Okay, I'm tripping. Whoops. Excuse me. Brief lapse in common sense there, but we're back. It's Thunderclap here. Kingdra comes out. Yeah, Thunderclap. I think all we can really do here is stay in Thunderclap and follow up with Mamo. But then are we going to just lose to the Quackleval? Is there any shot like Heatran can live one of these? No, not close. Okay, I think I know what we need to do. We have to start with that. Could go Mamo here, but then that opens up the door too much for Quackle. Do we have to go for the double tact? We might. I think we have to try for that. I don't think our odds of winning are... I think our odds of winning are really low otherwise. Pretty low. Let's go for it. Let's see. Come on, Heatran. Come on, buddy. We don't get it. All right. Okay, so let's think about the correct... I think I got to go Corv here. We've got to... I think I need to defog if there's any chance of us taking out the Quackball. Flip turn. Okay, interesting. So it's going to take Helmet there, which doesn't really matter, but I guess like theoretically kind of helps. So this is we know this is specs. So this is kind of thing where things get a little bit into reads. I think I am going to go hard Mamo. Okay, we got him. Good. Now, here's the question. Banded, Aqua Step. So this is Choice Band. I think what I have to do here is actually swap into Corviknight because we need this to be healthier. So I'm going to Roost here. Okay, good. I think I U-turn here. Okay, Hurricane, that's going to do 0. Please don't get confused and hit. Okay, good. And I think we go Mamo here. Stop. Is Corv going to be healthy enough? Okay, Zapdos comes in. Interesting. Zapdos. This is obviously specs. I think we go Corv. On hopefully a Hurricane miss would be excellent. Okay, hits. Let's Roost. And are you serious, dude? All right, well that, I mean, okay, I played that pretty well, but Zapdos just said, actually, I hit these and, yeah, and of course, okay, no, that's, yeah, no, that was good. That was a good game. All right, it happens. I mean, what are you going to do? Zapdos goes, hits not a single Hurricane miss, and then the one that goes to Confuse, and then into the hit with Confusion. I think we were positioned to win that game. I was feeling pretty good about that. And, yeah, then it just, it went the way it went. Mamoswine, because I think we could have... I don't know, you... Zapdos, because it would have been offensive. It would have been Adamant, Never, Melt Ice, Terra Ice. After you... Yeah, I think we were well positioned to win that game, and then what happened. HF. All right, this is the kind of team Mamoswine is built for. This is sort of what it's here to do. So hopefully Mamoswine performs when it's supposed to. Aura Fantastica, forgetting about the thing called speed. Terra Ice, Ice Shard. How is Freeze Dry, Terra Ice, Ice Shard not to play? Because we get outsped and die. I played that. I think I played that at endgame excellent. I want to kick it off with Bolt. Okay, interesting. I'm inclined to just Volt Switch here. See what happens. Hopefully we can get in Mamo. That'd be awesome. Okay, excellent. It's Mamo time. So what I think I want to do here, I want to get this going fast because we can 2-hit KO Moltres with this. I think I want to instantly Terra Ice and Icicle Crash and get this show on the road. And Glow King will die if it wants to stay in here. Because that Volt Switch, let's check that Volt Switch just to confirm what set this is. Looks like standard SPDF. Based on that damage, we did 13.9. So yeah, high roll could be like an AV, I think, with like very little investment. But let's get this going. If we hit 2, we should be able to take out a Moltres here, and that will put us really in the driver's seat. There's the Moltres. Come on, Mamo. You really... Okay, there we go. Good. And that is indeed defensive. So my play of Terra Ice is looking supported by what happened. And that is definitely a very, very offensive Goldengo. I think I'm a little worried about the trick here, which makes me not quite want to go into Heatran. But honestly, Specs Lava Plume doesn't look... I mean, well, it's going to be Scarf. But let's just go into this. Okay, so we got tricked. That's kind of honestly fine. What do we want to go for? I think Rocks looks good. Yeah, we could have gone into Bolt there. Maybe would have been better, but Specs Bolt is not bad either. We could potentially try to get knocked by Meowscarada. Also, that would be nice. Molt comes in. Okay. Good Raging Bolt moment, I should think. And we don't exactly know what the opponent's going into here. I think we can make... I kind of want to mid-ground into Mamo. I think looks good. Might be a Gliscor, Clefable, or Glowking, but I think Mamo covers them all pretty well. Or do we just Volt Switch? Or do we just Draco? I think maybe the Mammo Switch. I'm going to Volt Switch. I think Clefable and Glowking are more likely than Gliscor here. And if they go Gliscor, that lets us go into Hatterene, which I like. Okay, they go into Gliscor. All right, unfortunate. Let's go Hat. Stick with the plan. Knockoff. Okay, that's also unfortunate. Let's Psynoise. That'll annoy the gold. Okay, Slowking comes out. I think we just nuzzle this so it might get annoyed later. I don't expect they go for a Sludge Bomb, honestly. If they do. Yeah, they go for a Toxic. Doesn't work. Excellent. Here, I do think I want to go hard into Mamo. If they get paralyzed, awesome. Okay, they do not get paralyzed and they poison us. Not good. Not a good outcome, but it's fine. We do have Healing Wish also on Hatterene, so we could restore this, which is actually huge here. So we're going to just Icicle Crash. Probably we Healing Wish out Mamo later. Opponent in a pretty tough spot here. They might choose to Terra Water if they have it. That could be an interesting option, but between the flinch chance and paralysis, they still might not really get them out of this. So we'll see. Okay, in comes the Clefable. Mamo is still hitting, so that's good. It just covers so much. We do want to go for it again. Okay, let's see what Clefable goes for here. This could be a very crucial turn. It gets flinched. Excellent, Mamo. Good stuff. I'm going to... I think I freeze dry here just so we confirm that we get the kill. And our opponent is not going to be happy about our Healing Wish, I think. Let's go into Heatran. Getting the Choice Scarf removed would actually be excellent if that could happen. It does not happen. Yeah, I think it's time to Healing Wish. I think it's time. Especially with their Terra burned. And we got fortunate there for sure. Let's Healing Wish. Do we Icicle Crash or do we Earthquake? Is the question. I think we Icicle Crash. Has the flinch chance as well. And covers the Moltres if it wants to come in. Mamo, can you please keep hitting? You do. Excellent. Does Freeze Dry kill here? That is a pretty... that's not full defense. We have to Icicle Crash again. We do hit. Mamo, you are doing exactly what you need to do. And I don't think we need to click anymore. Icicle Crashes this game. I think we're good now to just click Earthquake and Freeze Dry. So huge stuff coming out from Mamo. We go Heatran here for sure. I'm just going to click Lava Plume. I think that looks fine here. We just click it more. Puts us in a spot where we can potentially Draco and just start blowing stuff up. Every time Gliscor comes in, I'm going. I think we just go hard into Mamo. It might be Toxic, which would be rough though. Oh, yeah, it is a set, unfortunately. I think we go into Corviknight and U-turn. It is good. Okay, it is Toxic. Good thing I didn't get hasty and go right into Mamo. So let's U-turn here. And it's Substitute. All right, so this is going to be annoying. Like, we'll be fine, but it's going to be annoying. Oh, we don't. No, not into that. Yeah. So we'll go into Corviknight. I mean, we can PP stall this, but it's gonna be a huge pain. I don't know what to tell you. It's gonna be a massive pain. Yeah. Okay, element, we lose that. Yeah, okay, whatever. I hope our opponent doesn't make us play this out. Like, I really hope they eventually just like decide to switch, because this is gonna be super annoying. Like, due to pressure, like, they will lose this. They are not going to take us out, but it's going to take a really long time. Is Freeze Dry for Dozo? Yeah, Dozo, and then it's like some other random stuff. Okay, so they realized that there was no cheese down that tunnel, which is good. Let's, do we want to just Brave Bird this? I think I do. I think I want to just Brave Bird this, do some decent damage. Okay, and it blanks into us with the Toxic, so that's good. Let's Roost here. I'm expecting probably a Chilly Reception this turn, probably into Goldengo. Okay, Toxic again. All right, I'm super down to click Brave Bird here, if you want to keep clicking Toxic. Should be a Chilly Reception here. We see another Toxic. Really bizarre stuff. I'm going to U-turn this turn, and okay, and we catch the Gliscor. Nice. So I'm going to go into Mamo here, and let's Freeze Dry. Gold enters. Yeah, which makes sense. I kind of have to click Icicle Crash next time, I think, unfortunately. Yeah. As I said, we'll PP stall it eventually. It's not going to be fun, but we'll get there. Oh, Heatran does wall this. That's true. Yeah, because we actually want to get knocked off. So yeah, Heatran can kind of actually enter on this with impunity, which is nice. I'm actually going to throw off a lava. Oh, we get knocked off. Beautiful. Heatran can move again. Which actually, I guess it didn't really care. Yeah, I mean, eventually this thing will get PP stalled. I don't know what to tell you. It's going to take a bit. This is sometimes what peak gaming looks like. Mr. Lemon, thank you very much for the $5, saying, I've heard some say SV will benefit from being a past gen, kind of like how Sword and Shield got better towards the end. Is it cope, or do you think there's truth to it? I think Sword Shield was awesome the whole way, so I don't really understand. People that weren't a fan, honestly. I think, do we hard switch to Bolt here and just go for Draco? I think we do. Let's go for the big Draco. Go. Oh, it's that's really annoying. That's really annoying that it's recover last. Okay, that actually makes this kind of a threat, and we get Spit F dropped instantly. Awesome. All right. Yeah, this is bad. This is actually bad. We're at legitimate risk of losing now. I'm gonna Volt Switch here. Yeah, this is not good news. Okay, we can get in Mamoswine to click Ice Shard here. Actually, here's a question. Can this kill us with anything? It's Boots. It can't. So I'm actually going to Earthquake here, hoping gold enters. Okay, and they just go for that. All right. Yeah, that's not good either. Do we go Zama? We do. Honestly, I think we do. Crunch. Slowking. Okay, we catch that at least. That's good. Gliscor entering makes a ton of sense. Let's go Corv. Should be a gold entering. If we want to. Do we want to roost? I think we want a U-turn on that. It's a hazard stack, of course. I mean, Recover has fallen out of favor on Scarf sets. It definitely has. It's got bad. Should have kept the Scarf on Heatran and not let it take that damage. That was a really bad move on my part. Yeah, okay. So, like, we could go Bolt here. Should just prompt our opponent to a Glow King sack is the issue, though. It goes on. Yeah, I mean, this is tough. I'm going to go hard Mamo here. I don't think the gold stays in. Okay, cool. We catch Gliscor coming in. Let's crash. And we miss on that turn, which just sucks. Okay, let's roost here. Actually, no, let's U-turn. We've got to keep the pressure up. Let's go double back into Mamo. Okay, cool. Icicle Crash again. I think we go for it one more time. We can Ice Shard, I think, and blow it up at some point. We hit? Okay. I'm going to go for it again. This time, I think I Shard. If we get red, we get red. Okay, Gliscor down. Huge, 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 huge. Okay. We EQ here. And then we go Zama. Okay, we get Make It Rained. Is the play Zama or is it Bolt? 62% versus... If we go Bolt, but can Bolt die to a Shadow Ball after it comes? No, it does 40, right? So, okay, the play is Bolt, T-Bolt here. Okay, this should be a death for Gloking. Just please don't Shadow Ball critical hit into getting low rolled on Zama. That is all we need to happen, and we get the win. Okay, excellent. GG. 4-1. 4-1, people. Mamo looks amazing. Good stuff. How much do we do, I wonder, to Ogerpon? Can we, like, Terra? Okay, we can't. We have a 25% chance to just, like, Terra and destroy it. So if it knocks off Core's helmet, then we can actually just smoke it. So that's pretty cool. I'm kind of tempted to lead with Mamo. I do like Heatran here. I think rocks are going to be important. I honestly think rocks hurt our opponent more than they hurt us. So it's probably going to be, I hope it's a Specs Kyurem. That would be easier for us to deal with having Heatran and all. They might lead with Kyurem. Draco kills Mamo, which is the rough thing. Leading with Lando when there's a Mamoswine is an odd play. I get the sense my opponent's going to kick it off with Kyurem, but I just don't really... This team has a rough Kyurem matchup. Particularly, Q is rough. Subsets aren't great either. Yeah, I think just for the Kyurem, we do want to get those hazards up on both sides. Let's kick it off with Mamo. If they lead Kyurem, okay, they lead with Cinderace. Fighting moves are pretty rare. I think I'm good to go into Heatran here. I could go like crazy aggressive and just like go for an Icicle Crash on what is probably going to be a U-turn. Okay, we get Flash Fire. That's kind of nice. So since we have that Flash Fire boost, I'm actually favoring... Do we want to Scout here? It's just odd to click Pyro Ball like that. I wonder if it has HJK. It's so uncommon. We're just going... Yeah, okay. It's so uncommon. I think we just want to click Lava Plume. Let's see how much we get here. Do we get a burn? We don't. This Heatran has never burned, which is frustrating. Okay, let's go into Hatterene. Okay, with an Earthquake, totally fine. Go into Mamo. And looking good here. I think we just go for a nice big Icicle Crash. We could Earthquake too. I don't think we do it. Okay, I am going to Icicle Crash here. Yeah. U-turn there, I would have been absolutely astounded if a U-turn didn't come off there. So we click the Icicle Crash again. Please hit Mamoswine. Excellent. Good stuff, buddy. Good stuff. Ogerpon comes out. Terra Ice kills after we get a little bit of Helmet Chip, so the play is absolutely to go into Corviknight here. It's going to give us that little bit we need. Excellent. That is all we need. Thank you, sir. And we're going to U-turn out here. That is banded confirmed, by the way. Just good to kind of log that in the brain. And this is an excellent Mamoswine opportunity if I've ever seen one. We're just going to go for the Earthquake. And down it goes. Not Shuckaberry, nothing. Just straight down it goes. Awesome. Cinderace comes out. I mean, Heatran, right? Hopefully they overpredict and go for a desperate Pyro Ball. Unfortunately not. Fair enough. Good play. Good play. Kyurem comes out. So let's just, if it's Specs, this isn't really a problem. It's not that hard to deal with. So I think we go hard into Zamazenta, expecting it to be Substitute, which is the more scary. Okay, Dragon Dance. Yeah, that's scary too. Let's click Body Press here. Let's just instantly tell this Kyurem what we think about it clicking Dragon Dance. Heatran probably walls this, unless it's like Terra Blast Ground, which is not common. Okay, cool. Ival. We can scout this with Hatterene. Hatterene is not that important in this endgame. See what our opponent wants to do. They want to Calm Mind. That's mildly scary. I mean, we're going to die here, right? Obviously, but we could just go hard Heatran. Preserve Hatterene. Is that worth it? We don't really need to. I mean, if it's Focus Blast, that could get bad. I think we do just Nuzzle. Fighting coverage is just not common at all. I think we just click Lava Plume on this. We should be able to chip it into Mamo range. Yep, there's the Moonblast coming out. That is definitely a good sign. Unfortunately, the instant special attack drop, a little annoying, but we're still doing decent damage. And we get a burn finally, which is awesome. So let me check Mamo damage with Ice Shard here, because it might actually be worth setting up Stealth Rock. I think it is. Let's get up Stealth Rock. Yeah, Heatran, Spit Off Heatran is so good against Ival. It's amazing. I don't think they want to set up any more Calm Mind, so I can Protect here, get a little bit more health back, make them take some Burn Chip. Yeah, they're Shadow Balling. We'll click Lava Plume. And we'll go for it again in case they want to Calm Mind here. They might predict it. They do not. That's fine. We get a special defense drop, but at this point, it doesn't matter. Kyurem enters. I'm going to go right into Zamazenta. On this, we do not. We're going to roar this thing out. I don't want any shenanigans with Substitute. I don't even want to deal with any Terra Ghost nonsense. We're just going to get this off the field. Okay, we see Terra Ground confirmed, so we win the game with Mamoswine. Excellent. We can ID here. Okay, Ivy Cudgel critical hit happens. I'm honestly kind of happy the Ivy Cudgel critical hit happens because that gives us an opportunity to do this. Good stuff. GG. 5-1, looking good. Mamo has been honestly really solid. Gonna go for another one. Gonna take a quick bathroom break while we're searching. All right, here we are. Mamo once again looking pretty threatening. We are 5-1 right now. Team is doing really solid. All right. This looks... I don't know, but like somehow the team does well, but I also feel like every matchup is somehow terrifying. Just not great. Offensive Torn can die in one hit. That's pretty cool. I think I like a Mamo lead here. Matches up well into most of the team's threats. And particularly Tornadus, which is like everybody just kind of leads with that without thinking usually. I'm tempted to Earthquake to predict the gold. I think I'm okay to just click Icicle Crash. The only way this goes poorly is if it turns out to be like a Focus Blast situation. Okay, if we could hit this, that would be really good. Okay, we hit, excellent. Let's see, do we see leftovers? We don't see leftovers. Okay, so probably we're looking at a choiced Kyurem. I don't really want to let Hatterene take a ton of damage here. If we go Heatran though, and we get that read wrong, that is the worst news in the world. So that's not a situation we want either. We go Heatran and get Earth Power, that is terrible. Could go Hatterene. Could go Zama to scout, but that hates a Draco too, which is kind of, I think, a fairly probable outcome here. But we really want Hatterene healthy, because if Hatterene's not healthy, they've got the gold hazard combo, which is not good for this team. That is not good news. Will you ever do a how to choose defensive mons? But yeah, actually, next video is how to build around defensive Pokemon. It's already underway. I think Zama is the best play. Hopefully we don't get hit by a Specs Draco. Icicle Spear. Okay, turned out well for us. I mean, relatively speaking. They should switch out here. Should be probably into a Garchomp. I'm inclined to go back into Mamoswine. Excellent. Let's go. Do we Earthquake? I mean, I think it's got to be a Hazard Chomp looking at their team, even if it is offensive Scale Shot. I don't think they go for it here. I'm inclined to go for an Earthquake. Okay, they surprised me with that there. Let's Ice Shard. Okay, excellent. Looks like the Hazard Setter's dead. Super confusing play. Don't understand it. Happy to see it, though. Very happy to see it. Yeah, I think we do want to keep Mamo around. Ice Shard can just finish off so much here. Icicle Spear. We'll see what kind of set it is. I don't know. Looks like loaded dice. So it looks like they're all in on that. So we can Roost here. If they want to burn their Terra Blast Fire to kill my Corviknight, I think that's an okay outcome for me. So I think we just U-turn, right? And then I think we can just go into Heatran. I do want to scout what this is going to go in case it has Terra Blast Ground. I do want to protect. But Lava Plume's looking really good. Let's see. No Terra. Just going to be an Icicle Spear. Okay, let's Lava Plume. If they want to if they Terra Blast Ground here, I mean, sometimes you just get gamed on. What are you going to do, right? Okay, that's AV for sure. So if we set Stealth Rock, that puts us in a pretty good spot. That also does make us lose our leftovers, though, on Heatran, which, as we've seen, especially against Goldengo teams, that can go poorly. Is that okay? Are we okay with losing the leftovers here? To set rocks and threaten their team. I think we have to be okay with that. I think we've got to play aggressively. This will probably lead to us getting a Lava Plume on Tusk. I don't really see there. If they get burned, that's incredible. We pretty much are guaranteed to win the game from that point. If they don't get burned, well, we're still in a decent spot. Okay. Do we get a burn on Torn? That'd be really nice. We do get a burn on Torn. Okay, and a critical hit to boot. So that's nice. Not a huge deal. Tornadus wasn't and isn't really a threat for this team. There's the great. As I said, I knew this would end up with a Lava Plume coming out on Tusk. Let's see if we get the burn. We don't. Okay. That also looks like Assault Vest to me. That took 0. Yeah, I think this is AV. I'm going to go for a Lava Plume again because the spin is like, yeah, I knew the spin was coming out there, like for sure. And we don't get the burn again. So that's frustrating. It happens, but the good news is it's AV, so we don't have to worry about this thing setting rocks, which was a major concern. So it might CC here, which is why I don't want to go right into Corviknight. So I think we want to go into Hatterene here. Okay, there's the Headlong Rush. That's okay. In comes Corviknight, and I do just want to click Roost here. Yeah, shame it didn't get burned on either of those Lava Plumes, though. That would not guaranteed, but that would put us in a pretty near guaranteed win spot if we did get the burn. But oh well. Okay, gold comes in. I don't really know what this thing's going to do. I think we can U-turn here. Shadow Ball comes out. Looks like a defensive gold. Shadow Ball didn't do too much. Could go Mamoswine and Rock Up. The weird thing is, though, it's Shadow Ball, right? It's not Hex. So I think I can Lava Plume here. Probably not T-Wave. And getting this chipped would be really, really nice. Depresso Clinical with the 50 gifted memberships. Thank you very much for the generosity. This is insane. The donations have been absolutely insane this stream. Please burn this time. Yes, we got it. We got it, folks. I actually want to go Heatran in case the Headlong Rush comes out here so I can heal up with Roost the following turn. Excellent, excellent. So I could have protected, but I actually wanted the Tusk to stay alive another turn so I could Roost. How many rich people are there? At least 2 from what we've seen today. Depresso Clinical, thank you so much for the generosity. If there's anything you want to say in chat, please read it out. I will say that. Okay, and they just go for the Ice Spinner. It's going to do nothing. And we heal up. Nice. Gold comes out. Here, I think we go into Bolt. We want to keep this Corviknight healthy for the potential eyeball. Okay, nasty plot. All right. This is interesting. I think we Volt Switch. Okay, we're faster. So that's... We want to sack here then, I think. I think Hatterene is fine to let go of. Yep, and it does die. Terra Ground Goldango is so not a thing, so please don't be that for some reason. Cool. It wasn't the insane set that's not real. Always nice to see. Let's go into Corv, see if we can bait out the Ival and just start hitting with Brave Birds. Maybe, because if I'm my opponent, they might be desperate here and think, like, hopefully it's a mono body press Corv. Let me try to get an Ival. Watching this during my 12-hour night shift at the gas plant. Wow. Okay. Natural gas. That makes sense in this economy. Mm-hmm. No, but yeah, I mean, seriously, you know, the donation, they really are much appreciated, but, you know, make sure your wallet's okay. But yeah, it is much appreciated. Okay, down goes the Kyurem to the Lava Plume. Ival comes in. You better believe we are staying in and clicking Lava Plume here. Switching out would be an absurdly terrible play. And we are just going to click Brave Bird. No question about it. Okay, Terra Electric Swords Dance. You don't see that every day. You definitely don't see that every day. We should still be fine. Yeah, we should still be fine. Okay, so CC will kill us here. If it's Shadow Sneak, then we have something to be worried about, pretty much. I think I'm okay. We can drop Zama, is fine. Let's go Mamo, and let's hope it's not Speed Boost or Shadow Sneak, which I should note, not a thing, but you never know on the OU ladder. You really never know. Okay, and it dies to the Ice Shirt. Beautiful. that should be it. There's the forfeit. GG. We are 6-1. Looking good. Probably have time for one more. Let's go for it. Depresso Clinical saying, I'm doing fine, twin. Don't worry. Okay, cool. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying the stream. Someone says, I've receiving gifts turned on and there are more gifted memberships than viewers. How have I not got one by now? So I think it's slightly favored to people that are in the stream, but it also just gives memberships to people that comment and watch like the most videos on the channel. I think it has some kind of sorting system. So my guess is that you're just not high enough up on that sorting system. Does Ival get Mach Punch? It does not, thankfully. That would make those, oh my gosh, can you imagine? Those booster attack SD sets would be a nightmare with Terra Ghost Shadow Sneak plus Mach Punch. Be scary. HF. Okay, so Webb's team, but no gold. So we have Defog, but you know, gives an Amorous a boost, which is kind of frustrating as well. So we got to be kind of aware of that. We have our Terra Normal Heatran, if we want to use that against the Ceruledge. That could be good. To cover the Arachnid lead, I'm inclined to just lead with Bolt. Pinka, have you ever thought about making a Nat Dex Aggron team? Yeah, I've thought about it. It's on the list, but it's just like, I think it's kind of tough to justify Aggron, I think. I'm just like, what am I using this for? An Am lead, interesting. Definitely don't see that every day. We could throw off a Thunderclap right off the bat. That feels kind of bad. I'm not really sure what to do, though. I mean, it could Terra Fairy. It could go right for the Terra Fairy. Let's Thunderclap and just kind of feel out what it wants to do. Okay, Rack when it comes out. All right, that's fine. So I honestly want to Thunderclap again. Yeah, because I was predicting the Surf, right? To catch the Hatterene. So we kind of got him. We sort of did catch him there. They do now know we are, or they should know that we are choice specs. I think that's fine. Let's just go into Hatterene this time. Custap Berry's gone. Okay, Treads comes out. So they're preserving the Custap, which is fair. That makes sense. I want to go into Corviknight, especially if this is Steel Beam. This is a total shutdown. Okay, excellent. That's really good. Let's defog. Get rid of that. I'm trying to think if there's a world where we Terra Ghost, defog this Corv, and then go into Hatterene. It feels kind of extra, but it might work. Yeah, subs are one or 99 cents to be exact, I think. No, the spin blocking play is funny, but I don't think it's good. Okay, Ceruledge enters. Fair enough. Could break it with a U-turn. And then go into something like Zama. I think I like hard Zama a little better. Okay, just going for the... Okay, LO Poltergeist confirmed. Good to know. Let's just crunch. So probably Terra Normal Heatran can wall this. Okay, Terra Fairy, interesting. Interesting. Okay, so we got to sack something here. What'll it be? It's not Zama. We need that. Honestly, maybe Bolt. I feel like Bolt is not that important for this matchup. Although, I mean, it's good for the Petron, but probably not crucial. Yeah, I think Bolt's the sack. Now we're going to Terra Normal this. That makes Petron worse. We just have to go hard Mamo and Earthquake it, I think, when the Petron happens. Should be okay. Yeah. Is the Mamo... Yeah, I think this is what we got to do. Oh, it's terrible. Okay, that's not good. So that's bad news. So you're... What are you? This is terrifying. All right, well, we can start with the Terra Normal Lava Plume. They surely kick it off with a Poltergeist. At least. And that did not do hardly any damage. We have to Lava Plume. I mean, this is going to do a lot. And it got... Whoa, what the... Like, how? How did you do that? Okay, well, I don't think that roll should have killed, but it did. So let's hope it's not Shadow Sneak, because that honestly might do us in. That was, I guess, Adamant. Adamant, like, super high roll on Heatran. Seems like it. Oh, yeah, that sucks. Well, it happens. At least our opponent can't Terra. At least there's that. Thoughts on Terra Grass Trailblaze? I think it's bad. Let's go into... Ooh, do we want to go Hatterene? Let's just go into Corviknight. Steel Beam here would be best case scenario. Awesome. Treads, I think, yeah, it always rounds down. So Treads dies. Awesome. Nam. Should be, I think, a Mystical Fire, right? So we can scout with Hatterene here. Yeah, problem is, okay, that did a ton. That's problem number one. Problem number two, Ice Shard is not quite killing. So I think we got to go Zama first and Crunch to chip this thing into range where Mamo can kill. No, but then we lose to... Yeah, no, this is really bad. I think we're going to lose to Petron is kind of what this seems like it's leading to. Okay, Zamazenta Crunch is going to put it to a range where it's like 85 min. Okay, I think this can work. So we have to go Zama. We have to Crunch to get the chip. Hopefully a good roll to get us into guaranteed Mamo range. We get the minimum roll. Okay. Still likely for Mamo to kill. Then we sack Hatterene here. Then we go Mamo. So we're 68%. We got a minimum roll earlier. Okay, Araquanid's going to get sacked. Makes sense. Gambit comes out. We do not want to engage with this. Let's go Corv. Okay, we get the little nice little bit of chip there. We see no healing item. That's good for us. Do we preserve Corv? I think we have to. I think I got a hard switch. Zama here. Hopefully we don't get Iron-Headed. Okay, cool. No crazy reads. That is Glasses. Based on that Kowtoa Cleave damage, I don't think... It's Glasses for sure. Sucker Punch is actually likely to kill. So that is not good news. I think we go into Mamo here. I'm expecting a Petrunt switch. Okay, we catch an Amorous coming in. We've got an Ice Shard. Petrunt enters. We've got an EQ. It's time. It's showtime, Mamo. Do not get Malignant Chained instantly. That is what you have to do. Yeah, we're in serious trouble here. I don't really think we can win this game. Okay, yeah, we definitely can't. Mamo, an M kills us. GG. All right, didn't expect Destiny Bond. I thought it would be Nasty Plot to recover 2 attacks, but good plays from our opponents. That felt like a really bad... I want to check that Heatran because I was not thinking Heatran was about to die there. All right, Calctex is glitching out, but that was like... It had a 0% chance to kill if not Adamant, so I think that was a horrendous roll. But... yeah, this was just... I think this was just not the matchup, honestly. This just felt like really not the matchup. Yeah, like the Petron was combined with the Ceruledge, just that was not something we could really handle. Like we could have gone like a Bolt, Terra Fairy, I mean, it happens. It was some super weird sets that ended up being like really, really bad for us. I think it was still played pretty well. If I faced the team again, I think we could win it. But I had no way of knowing those sets. It was super whack. Yeah, Mamo did well. I mean, still went 6-2. Mamo was pretty good in every game. Here's our final score here, 6-2. Yeah, I think Mamo's viable, pretty much. That's the point I'm at. I mean, this team feels like it's kind of falls apart really quickly when things go wrong, though. Like, we went 6-2, which is not bad, but it didn't feel solid to me. Like, when I have a team that I can like feel it's good because I'm just dominating these games. And I feel like I'm destroying my opponent. And these games, it never felt like that with this team. It always was kind of like just hanging on and really having to like make some reads and make some plays and just barely squeaking out a win. So I don't think this is necessarily the team. And I'm not entirely sure. The freeze dry set was not bad. It was definitely not bad. I think this Mamo set is good. I think potentially, since we have a Raging Bolt on this team, it could be a better move to go with something like Knockoff or maybe even Substitute. But yeah, I would say Mamoswine is viable. I know people, who, as I said kind of at the beginning of the stream, who will talk about how it's, it's like a worse version of Kyurem. I don't think that at all. Ice Shard put in a ton of work today, put on a lot of pressure. I think that can be seen. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. I had fun, and we'll try to end this on time. And this, let's see, where is this? Here we go. Try to end this in 3, 2, 1.